Guys, welcome back to another yapping video, and I am going to be doing an assignment. This is a Japanese language assignment. I have my notebook here with me, just proof. And this is literally the desk I'm on right now. It's just my notebook, and my pen, and my collection on the side. So these are like my good luck charms. So yeah, I wanna talk while doing an assignment because I just really couldn't contain myself. I wanna talk about one specific topic. It is about just on camera. It is about student council. It is about the student council. So campaigns were happening, and honestly, it was less energetic than the campaigns in the past few years when I was new to the school. Remember all the campaigns would be very energetic. Everyone was involved. Everyone was like everyone was basically participating with this campaign. Everyone when asked questions by the campaigners, I don't know what you call them, in the class would answer, and I was one of them. But as the years went by, it's like the energy of the campaign has just died down a bit, and I actually just quite noticed that earlier. It isn't as active as before. Maybe it's just us growing up or something, but it's not quite as active as before. But I don't really want to talk about the campaigning. Campaigning is basically just telling your platforms, that basically just telling some of your promises. But I believe that if you're gonna do something, you don't have to promise it. You know why? Because people are going to expect. I'm just gonna say whatever I want to say here. Like Vico Soto, this mayor of Pasig. I really look up to him, by the way. He doesn't do promises. He just does it. Like, do we really need to promise people? It's like we're gonna make people expect for something, and then when it doesn't happen, people will be disappointed. So, in a way, it's like when you promise something, you really have to commit to it, and when you fail to commit to it, the people would lose trust you, which is why you shouldn't really promise on something when you know that it is quite impossible to do, right? So, yeah. And what I noticed, actually, I actually want to take down notes earlier while the campaign was happening, but I was like, okay, I'm just gonna pay attention. Yeah, I wanted to take down notes. I wanted to take down notes of the platforms they had, but I was like, I'll just listen. So, I want to basically talk about. Okay. I don't know why I keep saying that. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about that. I just want to, since we're talking about one specific topic here, maybe I should try to stop saying that. But yeah, I just want to talk about that topic. Student council. I just realized something that I could have maybe ran for student council earlier in my early years of high school. Maybe when I was grade 7. I've been in this school since grade 7, so it was like 2022. Almost 3 years. 3 school years or 4 school years if we include grade 9. Grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, just 3 school years. But yeah, and in those 3 school years, I never really had the plan to become part of the student council, mostly because I'm already preoccupied with what I have, and mostly because I just don't feel like it. I wanted to become president, actually. That's what I wanted to be. But when I realized that grade 12 is president, I was like, oh, we have to wait. But I just realized now, in all those 3 years, I just realized now that maybe I could have just started small. I wanted the higher position already, but I was like, isn't that too much? In all of these 3 years, in all of these Lee Kuan Yew watching videos, yes, I've been watching a lot of videos about Lee Kuan Yew lately. I also look up to him. In in all of these videos that I've watched, in all of these 3 years I've been in school, I just realized. I mean, in all of these 3 years that I've seen the student council change between parties, change. I don't think opposition has ever won because I feel like it's just the same people running the new parties, and I feel like the opposition hasn't won yet. But yeah, I just realized that I should have started small because I really wanted the high position, and maybe starting small, could have became this year grade 10 representative, but I was already um, occupied with being the school's news anchor. Yes, you had to find it out this way. I applied for a news anchor in school, and I got accepted. So now my face will be plastered all over the school, and well, not really plastered. Maybe I'll be in the videos. You will see me in the videos. I'll share it here. So yeah, it was really great news for me, and I've actually dreamt about that for a while. I don't know if I've said this again. Maybe just getting deja vu, but yeah, I've dreamt of the school having a I've dreamt of the school having a news program for a while, since I do news programs myself. Oh my gosh, I can't quite see this. In the oh, I really have to. I really have to. Hmm, that is weird. Again, I'm doing a Japanese lesson assignment while talking, so I'm like dealing with four languages in my mind: English, Filipino, French, and then Japanese. So yeah, I am not quadrilingual, by the way. I don't really think I know Japanese. I do know French though. A bit. I'm intermediate. I guess this third one is supermarket. I'm just gonna put that in there. Super. Okay, we're gonna get a bit sidetracked for a while. I want to talk about this. I just want to talk about some of the stuff that I've learned during my Japanese lessons. Is that when there's no definite Japanese translation for a foreign word, they would literally, they would literally, um, okay, I'm gonna say this in the Filipino term. Binabaybay nila yung word from English to Japanese. So like, mosque would become mosuku. Supermarket would become super. I think that's a really cool name. And convenience store would become kombini. Kombini. Swimming pool would become puru. What else? Yeah. But I want to get back to my point. Oh, it's really hard doing two things at the same time, but I have to do this now. So yeah, I don't know what I'm saying, but something. I wanted to hide the position, but I had to start slow. Okay, I want to continue that. I actually could have just become grade 10 representative, and oh yeah, since I am the news anchor for the school's broadcasting department. And by the way, this is just the Herald, which is our newsletter, or basically like this local school updates. And and oh yeah, I remember what I was saying now. I've always dreamt of a news program to happen in school, ever since grade 7 actually. I've always dreamt about it, and 3 years later, it's finally happened. And of course, I took the opportunity. I did not want to waste another opportunity. I just had to. I believe it's my calling. Ever since that broadcasting thing popped up from Herald, I believe it was my calling to be in broadcasting. I believe, because if it wasn't there, then I don't think it would be my time. If it wasn't there, I don't know. But yeah, I truly believe it is my calling, which is why uh, news anchor came into existence in the Herald. But anyways, going back to the topic of student council again, I could have actually represented my class, my grade 10 class, and it could have been like, everyone, I will make sure. I don't want to use the word promise. I will make sure that I will represent our class, our batch, as a as an improved batch, an improved version of the past, an improved version of what was before. I will make sure that the grade 10 class as a whole wouldn't get any scrutiny. I don't even know what a representative does, but again, it's a representative, it represents. But I don't know what else they do. That's what I don't know. But as far as I know, as the name suggests, they represent. Let's see the cherry blossoms. Oh yeah, I know the answer for this. Where's Park? Where's Park? Oh yeah, cool. And if I were to become the grade 10 representative, I will really make sure that we will have a better image of what was the grade 10 before. I believe the grade 10 before us, they had they were quite notorious for something. I don't know. Oh, they were basically, I guess, good or bad. I think the grade 10 before us was like mixed in a way. The other section was good, the other section was bad, or it's just a mix of both. But as a representative, since I'm representing, I don't know, both class or our class, well, if I was just to represent our class, I want to give it a better image. I believe our section, our batch, already has a better image because of the things we've shown before, or how much effort we've put in stuff. And I can see that through my classmates. I can see that. I mean, I get quite mad sometimes that they ask me for class funds, but I mean, I still always pay because I have no choice. And plus, I have the money, so of course I'm gonna pay. And if I don't have the money, that's the time that I'm just gonna postpone it, then maybe pay 20 pesos the second day. But since I have the money and I have no choice at all, I have to pay. I believe I have to pay. But yeah, because of my current classmates, I believe our class has a great image, or that's what I thought so. And like the other, section or the other grades think otherwise, but I believe we're doing well. I believe we're doing better in a way. I believe that we have improved in a way as a class. Some people may have gone, some people have come in, and maybe the exclusion and inclusion of those people are the reason why I believe our class has improved in a way. But yeah, one more thing I want to talk about is that the these parties, they give out like candies or stickers. I mean, stickers, they're reasonable. You want to promote, but candies, it's like more of bribing, in my opinion. If you are from that party, I'm so sorry. That's just my opinion. I don't think it's really for anyone here. But please, uh, in the upcoming, I don't know, election, school election, yeah, school election, not the national elections. In the upcoming school election, it is your choice. It is. I do not speak for all of you. Okay, don't take my words for it. I'm merely just saying my own opinion. I'm just sharing it with all of you. I don't believe that you should really agree with me. I don't believe that you should really side with me, or you should really side with the things I say, because I don't know. I just don't think so. And it is controlling, and it's like I'm just creating a bias. But yeah, and I believe there's like bribery in a way, from what I've heard. I mean, I admit I've eavesdropped about some conversations regarding parties in the past, and they were like, oh, these stuff they're doing, it's like doing bribery every year, so you should avoid them. But I believe, I truly believe that maybe maybe avoiding because of a specific reason, or maybe liking them, liking and avoiding because of a specific reason. I don't think that's justifiable, especially if the reason is silly or ridiculous. I believe that if they're really committed into doing this, I think, well, no, not I think, I believe they should get voted. And I really like some of the words that the second party earlier that campaigned in our room. It is our vote, because eventually, in years that will come, it is our turn to vote for the national election. And now we are training ourselves to vote wisely. And one more thing they said that really caught me is that we should vote for who we want to, obviously, because it's our choice. We shouldn't vote because they did this or they did that, or they're our friends or something. That they said, the president of that party said, the leader of that party said, so sorry, that we should vote for who we want to, or we should vote for who we believe could actually do some change in the school. And this this quote from Lee Kuan Yew, I don't think it's really a quote, but I'm just gonna say it's a quote since he said it. And this quote, or these things that Lee Kuan Yew has said in a video that I've watched before, has stuck with me when I heard whenever when I heard those words that I said. Whoever governs Singapore must have the iron in him, because this is not a game of cards. This is your life and mine. And I believe that maybe this applies. No, not maybe. This applies to everyone. I believe this applies to everyone. Whoever governs a country, whoever governs a city, must have the iron in him. Because if you don't have that iron in you, that country, that city you are governing in, it would collapse. Or it would collapse. And again, as Sparta said, this is your life and mine. Which is why whoever governs a country, or whoever governs Singapore, must have the iron in him. And when I heard that quote, or when I heard that, I truly believe that whoever governs this country should have the iron in them too. And we are seeing some of that. Some of the leaders, some of the mayors, some of the senators have the iron in them because they know that this is our life and theirs as well. And since they know that, they keep fighting for what is good. Just like how, Vico Soto has improved passing, removing corruption, basically improving it from what it was before. Or how Senator Risa has exposed some things in the past. Ali Squaw, this maybe, I don't know, Chinese planted mayor in Tarlac. You've had great leaders in the past. They've had the iron in them because they know that this is our life and theirs. But unfortunately, the ones that get voted in the higher place are the ones who are maybe just here to do business, not to lead, but to do business. And honestly, as much as I want to become president, I don't know what to do with these people who want to do business. Because again, principle of participation is not really my reach right now. So maybe the coming years I know what to do with them. But right now, as far I'm gonna say this again. I believe whoever governs this country should have that iron in them because this is our life and theirs. And if we ever get a leader like that, maybe we'll improve in a way. But again, like I said earlier, we should start small. If we start small, even with people, actually, not just the president. I don't think we should really start inverting a good president. We should start small. Like I said, I should have started small earlier by becoming a great 10 representative. And I believe in achieving good governance, we should start small by educating people. We should start small by educating people, voting matinong barangay captain, voting mga matitinong city mayors, and then eventually voting yung mga matitinong national positions, and then eventually the president. That's our problem right now. We aren't really educated about this. And the reason why is because the populists are too flashy. And because they're too flashy, the people, the uneducated ones, I'm not saying they don't know anything, The ones who don't, the ones who don't really know on the ones who don't really know about these tactics. Not that they don't know the way of life or something. No. The ones that don't know about these tactics, the ones that are uneducated, their eyes would be caught by this, and they would perceive this as maybe something. I don't know. I don't even know. But yeah, I truly believe. Again, we should have that leader. We should have a leader, not just a president, not just a boss. We should have a leader. Again, there's an ironym because this is our life and theirs. I've probably said it a lot of times now, but yeah, you must think about this. You must have that iron in you. And again, since I've been repeating this code so much, you know well that this is stuck with me, and I really look up to the late Lee Kuan Yew. So, anyways, that's the video for now. Thank you so much for watching this, and I'm gonna continue doing my assignment since it isn't that hard. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys, and goodbye, and thank you for listening to me.